What is the germ of youth? Does it reside physically within a body? Can it be created in a lab? Or does it only exist within the confines of fading memory? A Hat in Time, aka Super Mario Galaxy, is the brainchild of Gears for Breakfast, a studio best known for their lovingly crafted levels, tendency to lift ideas from Nintendo games, and perhaps most importantly, keeping Shadman's career and penis in a bathtub afloat. In this, Banjo-Kazooie, you play as the aptly named Hat Kid, estranged daughter of Shu's mom and Thong dad, on her perilous journey to thwart the genocidal final solution of Little Red Mustache Riding Hood, who has been in a bad mood ever since her big girl hair came in. To complete this interactive excursion into the world of applied stranger danger, Hat Kid must explore 4 levels, which range from incomprehensibly original to directly copied from Paper Mario, and reclaim the magical MacGuffins she requires in order to fly back to her home planet and take a dump. This humble harlot of haberdashery's first destination is a slightly less ridiculous version of Sicily, where, instead of being flooded with disloyal African refugees who repeatedly rape their donated spaghetti rations because they have never seen food before and assume the noodles are just some sort of elongated pocket pussies, the locals have homoerotic cancer patients to contend with instead. In fact, this highly compressed portmanteau of Delfino Island and the Jersey Shore is so devoid of marauding melanoid moochers that, after accidentally putting on some blackface by tripping in pig shit, the local mafia members run from Hat Kid as if she has the Ebola in a throbbing erection, which personally brought back a sudden flood of fond memories from my Peace Corps days, or as I like to call it, my getting a piece from the corpse days, which I think speaks to the greater underlying message of A Hat in Time, because life is made of time, and once spent, that time can never be reclaimed. Why waste precious hours watching unskippable cutscenes, grinding out endless character levels, chasing the dragon of loot crates, or wiping a butt that's just gonna get more poop and blood on it later anyways, when you could spend that time enjoying pure platforming, forcing a child to murder ethnic stereotypes for your amusement, momentarily sating the unquellable appetite of an interdimensional diamond-eating Jew, and doing your best John Numbers impression by beating a man so hard in front of an audience that he becomes a literal cum bucket instead. The next level further delves into A Hat in Time's subtle existentialist themes by exploring the intrinsic value of dignity versus the palpable value of fame while using the Me Too movement as fodder. At Deadbird Studio, our heroine is caught in a multimedia civil war between Harvey Weinstein's persona, Scrooge McDouche, who forces our impressionable starlet to bounce around on his casting couch with 3 of his Jew producer friends, beat him off, and solve a murder even though it should be obvious to everyone that the crows were guilty since they're black, and his rival, a slightly less inhuman Dan Schneider penguin, who says that he wants to make Hat Kid a star, but first needs her to provide him with photographs of her stanky little feet, change her clothing in front of him, and make her pay for damages to the studio, when really, since he's a bird, he should personally put it on his bill. This set of levels is also notable for its inclusion of JonTron, the grumpy gamer that idiots who don't even like video games love to hate. While certain other soulless nostalgia cash grab games cut JonTron out of their final code due to John publicly stating that there's nothing wrong with being white, A Hat in Time retains his lines in all their original glory.
Why, hello there, little girl. While I can clearly see that you're over there all like black, schmack, pack. Our international politics meddling, oven dodging, foreskin nibbling Jew producers won't allow me to let you into the studio. Eck! Even though as a little white girl, you're statistically 67% less likely to commit a crime while in the studio than all of these menthol stinking, grape soda drinking, world star linking penguins, since you can plainly see that they're all at least 50% black. Eck!
Subcon Forest, The level that follows further builds on this theme by having our cranium accessory-laden maiden literally sign her soul away to the hat-thieving ghost of the last eggplant Oprah Winfrey squatted on while thinking about her dad, in exchange for the privilege of sending furries to literally yiff in hell, doing her best impression of Jimmy Savile at a hospital full of apprehensive children by popping some cherries to break the ice, panty raiding his ex-girlfriend well after her due for the goo date, and unclogging a shitter the hard way, rather than just whispering to the shit that you're gonna stuff naked pictures of Rosie O'Donnell down the drain, and that it has 10 seconds to flee to the relative safety of the sewer. A Hat in Time's fourth and final chapter, Alpine Skyline takes a more open-air approach to level design, and just drops Hat Kid off in the middle of a complete clusterfuck and leaves it up to the player to figure out where the hell they're supposed to go. This level is pure platforming with really nothing I can make a joke about, so let's move on. Here, at the end of all things, Hat Kid must confront her own Jungian shadow, a non-gender binary social justice warrior who labels everyone she doesn't like a murderer, despite the fact that she's the one who killed everyone else's good time in the first place. Thankfully, due to Hat Kid's ability to fly face first into enemies like Al-Qaeda, and the power of friendship materialized in the form of ritualistic suicide, the combined efforts of our cast are able to save the day. Overall, while A Hat in Time is a little short and has some rough edges, it functions as a near-perfect distillation of the bygone era of platforming games, and frankly, we could use more games like it.